7.10. Hey y'all, Artist Poet Girl here, also known as APG Jamie, and today we're going to make some fish sheets. I am hosting a swap locally, so this is a swap idea for you, or not. Anyway, this is basic generic information on how to make our fish for said local swap. Pardon any erroneous background sounds that my microphone may or may not be picking it, because the windows are open and the neighbors are out and dogs are barking. So anyway, we're using 140-pound watercolor paper, and I'm essentially making a solid background piece there that I will later cut out into the fish shapes. If you did not, okay, this is for my local people, y'all. If you did not get your template pattern of the fishes we're going to be using, then you're not actually signed up for the swap. Okay? Okay. So email me, call me, see me in class. Y'all know the routine. All right, so on with it. So I painted the background loosely with some washes, and there is a list of ingredients in the description box below. Just click on the word more to see more. And I'm using a stencil here and a makeup wedge and just smooshing on whatever colors made me happy that day. Now you can do this, you can make all your fish out of one background or two backgrounds, because we need a max number would be 20, depending, you know, at the time of this recording, I'm still the swap is still open locally for sign up. Any hoodies, hey again, y'all. Now don't worry about your background if it's not absolutely beautiful, because you know that just happens. You cut out portions of it and we will be decorating the fish. And if I added music to the videos, this would probably be a good video to add music to. Let's see, how long I'm not even sure how long I worked on these, because I worked on them off and on and stuff like that, and the video is pretty much in real time. I believe it is sped up a little bit, but it's pretty much real time. And I've got it whittled down to just over 25 minutes. If you would like to go faster, kind of hover your mouse over the video screen there on your screen, and a little menu bar will pop up, and you will see one that looks like a little gear, a little wheel looking gear thing. Click on that and you have options, different options. But if you want to speed up or slow down, because you can slow down too, just click on the one that's got speed and you can pick which speed you would like. And here you go, y'all. So yeah, I might sound funny if you change the speed of the video, but that's okay, because you could also mute the video. You know, on the left side of that little menu bar down there, there's a little speaker shows up, and you can just, you know, mute it. And then you don't have to listen to me talking, unless you like hearing me talk, because you never know when I might do a musical interlude. Not right now at this minute, but you know, it can happen, because it's been known to happen. Just smearing around paint. Now you can also cut out individual fish and just paint that fish. Well, you're not limited to paint. You can draw them. You can Zentangle them. That's copyright. Anyway. Watercolor them. I don't think I would use pastels or something like that, because, you know, that would not be very good for a swap, because those things are subject to change or move. You could probably use alcohol inks. Could you use alcohol inks on watercolor paper? I don't know. Y'all experiment with that and find out. Oh, look, here's one of those caged fish circles. Made that from her class. I think I have a link below. Cross fingers, jump down, go to down boogie. Then I put a link to Carla in there. Caged fish. I don't see it in there, but I will try to remember to do that good before the video goes live. And that is some silver paint that I put, I believe I put iridescent medium in there, maybe. I don't know. It's been a couple of days since I filmed. So I didn't like how it necessarily was coming out through the stencil because it kind of got a little blobby. I think my stuff is too wet. I'm going to do it some more though. And that's why I'm cleaning the stencil between stencils, because it's a little blobby and I don't necessarily want blobby necessarily. I might be modeling paste. See, I don't even remember. Just don't even remember. I do like that stencil though. If you have stencils, you can use stencils. You don't have them, don't worry about it. Don't go buy anything special for this. Okay? Okay. The requirement is it has to be on watercolor paper. It has to be one of the 2 pattern fish that I gave you, that you got up when you signed up. If you use 3D embellishments, they cannot be over 1/4 inch thick, and thread, strings, whatever, are not to extend beyond the fish's body more than 3 inches. I believe that's what it is. So there's our fishies. I would cut them out, make your template, trace it onto chipboard, faux chipboard, which is food packaging, some such thing like that, because you will be using it multiple times, upwards of 20 times, because that's the max number of people's. So there we go. And if you want it to face the other way, then just flip it and make it go the other way. This is the back of the sheet we were just painting on. Well, I was painting on it, y'all wasn't. And I'm just tracing them on there, and I'm going to cut them out. And these fish hopefully are not too hard to cut out. I was trying to think, because originally we were going to do hands, y'all. But they're a little hard and fiddly to cut out. Now, your fish don't all have to be the same background either, for that matter. See how I have this one was just a portion, and I didn't want to waste, well, not that I would waste that watercolor paper, but I didn't really want to waste it, so I just drew out a portion of it, cut it out, and then I will attach another portion, the missing part, from another piece. So yeah, you could do that. Could just, your imagination, that's your only limit, okay? Just saying. And look, this is a coffee filter, and I thought it would be interesting, interesting to use it as an embellishment. So I took a wash and making it more washy with more water onto the coffee filter, because I was thinking, I'm going to add some little fins, and I thought this would be pretty good for fins. Not too shabby. You can use fabric, netting, thread, yarn, eyelash trim, lace. Did I say lace? I don't know. Hey, can y'all dried that coffee filter? So, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just acting like I know what I'm doing, and that's half the battle right there. Just pretend you know what you're doing and do it. Okay? Okay. You can draw them. I know I said that already. You can draw them. You can use colored pencils. You can use crayons. Encaustic would probably be fine, because I think that would probably be fine. But, you're the judgment. Yeah. I don't have any encaustic, so I'm not doing that. And, I'm going to make him a tail. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what we do. Musical, musical, musical interlude. Just a musical interlude for you, for me. A musical interlude for we. Or otherwise insert your own song. You can put eyeballs on them or not put eyeballs on them, because I think I use googly eyes on one or two or more. Jewels, you know, the little faux gems, flat back gems, for eyes. Yeah. Buttons. You could probably use a button as long as it's not over a 1/4 inch, you know, tall, because, you know, we are going to make a journal. We are going to make a journal, put these in, if y'all want to attend that class when you get your fishies back. And there will be a part 2 wherein we will basically go over the journal that we'll make. So, and if you don't want to make this journal that we'll be doing, you don't have to. You can make your own or not make one at all. And on the back of the information sheet, there was a list for what we're going to need to make the journal. Oh, we're doing some heat embossing. And yeah, there were other ideas that you could use, one of which I think is terribly hilarious. It's terribly hilarious to me. You know, just drop them in a fishbowl. And for those of you who don't know, we're in Conroe, Texas, and we have Lake Conroe just up the road a piece from us, over yonder. So I thought it would be fun to do gone fishing. You get it? Do you get it? Because the lake, or a lake town. Okay. There, see? Google eye. Just one Google eye. And be sure, ladies, be sure to sign your fish there on the tail, on the back side of the tail. Okay? Because we love your signatures, and yeah, that's what we want. I'm just going to pause for a second and let the video catch up. And this is glitter glue. It's a Studio G product, so that means it came from Michaels. Pretty sure about that. Okay. And it's essentially just a colored glue with glitter in it. And it does shrink down. It will be somewhat 3D-ish when you first use it, but it shrinks down just a little bit. And that is some gold paint that I smeared out on an acrylic block, and I'm using a stamp and getting I'm getting some mottled gold flecky spots there. You could paint these or color them, whatever, to look like goldfish if you want. I know they're not necessarily a goldfish shape, but that's okay. Okay. Here's some little paper flags that came on some clearance string that I got some time back. And I'm going to use pull the flags off the string, and I'm going to use them for just decoration. You know, putting that little divider line that typically is on the fish between, you know, their body and their actual tail. And no, I did not add fins per se to the templates, but you are free to add fins. Okay. That kind of thing. Let's see, what are we going to do with the string? I think I add it to the tail. Yeah, go around there with the tail like that, because you can do that. You know, your imagination. Okay? Okay. Now would be a good time for some music. No, I don't typically play music in the videos because I don't like messing with that whole YouTube. It's like every time I use even their free, you know, their free, especially because that's all I would use is their free music, is they always flag me and tell me, you know, well, you can't do this music because it's copyright. And it's like, it's y'all's music, and here's where I got it from, and it says that in the description box, and it says that, in the tail end credits of the video. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, never mind then, kind of thing. So, yeah. It's just less hassle for me not to use it, so I don't. And I think it's great for all of you people that do music in your videos. Awesome. So anyway, just moving along, decided to put the little fin there, and I put a little line, where her face head is. Oh, here comes a button. Button. Who's got a button? I have 2 buttons, but only needed 1. Can decide which one I liked it best. I'm cutting the shank off with my jewelry making tool, the kind you cut the wire off, and used E6000 to glue the eye on. I think I'm drawing a mouth. Added a little life to the eye with some acrylic paint. And everyone knows my favorite glue is Aleene's Original Tacky Glue. So I'm attaching, this is the one that I partially was able to draw onto the background, and I'm drawing it, or just cut the tail out of another little piece that I painted, whatever fuchsia color that is. And I'm using my template to make sure I keep within the original guidelines, which is, your fish has to be this size, no bigger, no smaller, blah, blah, blah. And I marked back top and the belly on your pattern template. So, now we're going to use some gel pens, y'all. Let's draw with some gel pens. Your fish can have they can be polka dotted fish, they can be striped fish, they can be solid color fish. Yeah. I don't want to limit you. I'm excited because I can't wait to see what you ladies come up with, because you're just amazing artists. And this is not near as hard as the paper doll. Just saying. But that was such glorious fun, I think, to me. That was. Oh, you can collage too. You could collage on your fishes. You can. I'm deciding what size face I want on this one. Yep, that size face. That's what I want, that size face. You can add gills or not gills. You could also do some embossing, with an embossing folder. That is Tulip 3D fabric paint. And it also will shrink down a little bit. That was glitter. I sprinkled glitter on there, and I come back and secure the glitter with glossy accents, because I don't want that glitter turning loose and getting all over everything else, because I just don't want it all over everything. Okay? So I would appreciate y'all doing the same. And this is embossing ink in a dauber bottle. I'm dabbing on to an acrylic stamp, so I can do some heat embossing on there. Adding some clear embossing powder so that it kind of looks like wet spots. It's kind of cool. Oh, no, I'm not using wet spots. I'm doing that was a sticky embossing powder, so I can put some little metal foil. It's silly. It's not metal foil. It's that stuff. Makes me happy. Can you see it? You see it tilting it around? But you could use the clear as well to get so that it looks wettish. And this one's getting painted sort of goldfish color-ish a little bit. Those were washes. I have a lot of those because once my acrylic craft paints, when it gets down to, stuff down in that bottle that doesn't really want to come out, I just put some water in there. I add a little bit of matte medium in there and shake it all up, and I end up with washes. Wash. Do your wash. Washy tape. Here comes some iridescent medium. I like that stuff. It makes things shiny. I think I'm just going to iridescent medium it. Do I even add any color in there? Oh, I'm going to mask off where... I don't know what I'm masking off. I'm masking off something with the washi tape. Maybe not. Never mind. Just going to add the iridescent medium. Man, it just comes out pretty, y'all. Pretty. And yes, these are some of the actual fish I will be using in the swap. Here you can. Wiping it off the face there. Here you can some more, y'all. Makes me happy. Now we're going to use some green glitter glue. Glitter glue. I'm sleepy. I feel like I could take a nap. And we have about just a little over 4 minutes left in the video. And hopefully I've given you some ideas, some inspiration. And for all of you, my favorite YouTube watchers and subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry you couldn't be in the swap. And no, I don't think I'm ready to host a swap like that. So, okay. But if you send me Happy Mail, I will add you to my Happy Mail list, which is really for my card lottery. Some of you may already be in that. I don't know. Just, the email address is below in the description box or on the on my YouTube page. Find the word about and it'll be in there. So there we go. Oh, that's some what they call that, gauze, and I just colored it, and it's going to get glued onto the fishes. And the gauze stuff there, cheesecloths, got stiff because, when the paint dried, it made it stiff, which was perfectly fine because it sure made it a lot easier to glue on and cut out, just saying. And now I'm going to put on some painty bits, keep those scraps. They make pretty little things. And taking out some of that gauze, do I glue that on I think I'm gluing that on for the little side fin there. Because, some fish have the fins at the top and underneath their bellies. And I think most of them do have some kind of extra. Oh, a feather. Oh, we're going to use a feather. I do use a feather on one of them. I just don't remember if it was this one or not. That's what happens when you film in advance and then you got to edit somewhere else and then you got to do your voiceover even more later-ish. Oh, goodness. They make me so happy. These fishies make me really happy, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what y'all do. Oh. And I know I mentioned my YouTube viewers again before. Let me do it again. I appreciate your time, your views, your likes, your kind comments. I love you guys. You're awesome. And if you are not already subscribed, would you please consider it and subscribe? Oh, look at them. There's some of them. They're so cute. And once you hit the subscribe button, just next to it, it's going to pop up and there's going to be a little bell icon on the right. If you click on that, it will notify you of new videos, which come out on Friday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Time. And yeah, they're so cute. I went over that one with some white ink, I do believe. So, yeah, disclaimer screen. Oh, thanks for watching. And exciting, y'all.